What lights you up? What lights you up? What lights you up? Hey, I hope you're having a good day and you're getting excited about your day today, that you had a good day. If it's the end of it, it's the beginning of the day. Get back to work, turn this thing off, make sure that you're moving forward in your life. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What makes you happy? What makes you happy? So, you know what makes people happy? Seeing progress. You know what makes people miserable? Not seeing progress. Success and failure are both just litmus tests of moving forward. If you're failing at something and you're failing forward, if you're failing forward towards something, that means that you're moving towards an objective, right? If you're failing at something, meaning you just suck, meaning you're not even hitting the quota, you're not hitting the bare minimum. Maybe you're not in the right role. Either that or you just maybe something's going on. And I hope you're able to work that out. But here's the thing: if you're there's two different types of failure. There's failure that's like literally like failure, like you just flat out are not good at something. You're in the wrong role. Something it takes a lot of energy to muster up the courage just to wake up in the morning. Probably in the wrong role. You're probably doing something that you fell into, and maybe you just don't have the courage to just put a high price on the things that you're good at. I just did a video on that, and I wanted to just kind of do a little bit of a follow-up video just for those who may not have as much time. But really, if you want to walk through the a little bit longer video, you can go to that one. But really, here's the main kicker. What lights you up? What makes you happy? And it's progress. And you gotta make progress in your life every single day. You gotta make a little bit of progress. Each day is gonna have some ups and downs. You're gonna have a lull in the day. You're gonna have a high in the day. Depending on your temperament, depending on kind of who you are as a person, that might be very small, and that might be hugely drastic. But you're gonna have, and it could be completely manic one day, and the next day be completely like depressed. It depends on who you are, what you're struggling with, how you go about life. But if you look over the course of a week, a month, a few weeks, you can get an idea of where your life is based off of am I moving forward? Am I moving forward? Are things not just getting better, but am I becoming more fulfilled? Am I learning more of who I am? Am I becoming more of my best authentic self? Am I being more authentic? Am I being more excellent at the things that I really need to do? And the more excellent you get at something, the more authentic you have to be, right? Because if you're going to get really, really good at something, you're going to have to be able to embrace and forgive the fact that you have a whole bunch of flaws. You get a whole bunch of shit you can't control, a lot of stuff that you're not going to be good at, and a lot of things that you need a lot of forgiveness for. So you're going to have to kind of walk. The more you find what you're really, really great at, the more it's going to be very obvious where your flaws are and where the problems are. So, I want to really encourage you to just focus today on the things that you're really, really the best at doing. The things that fill you up. Things that maybe they give you the butterflies. Maybe it'll take a little bit of courage, but commit to it. Commit and say, hey, I'm going to put a high ticket. I'm going to put a high price on my talent. I'm going to put a high price on my beauty, if that's what it is. I'm going to put a high price on my spirit. I'm going to put a high price on it, and that doesn't mean that you have to bill for that necessarily. You should if you're in business, but you need to put a high price on it. Protect it. Make it something sacred. Don't use the small resources or heavy intensive. If it takes you a whole lot to get something done, and it just barely hits the median, that's a really bad strategy. You want to do things that are in your lane, that are in your strengths, that can something that you can do at least 50% of all the way, and do it really, 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 really well. So I want to just put that up. What's lighting you up right now? What is it that is pushing you forward? And the thing that should light you up is progress. Progress should make you happy. It's not going to be the cure-all for life. We can get into that in other videos, and there are some. Maybe I'll make some more videos about that. But one of the greatest ways to just feel better, just as a human, just as a person, is to just see progress going forward. And remember, We talk about business, we talk about art, we talk about creativity, but there are other sides of life too. There's family, there's friendships, there's hobbies. Just hobbies. Sometimes hobbies are really great. You don't have to be the best at it, but it's something you can enjoy, something you like. There's so many people I think who ended up doing work that really should be a hobby, as opposed to finding work that's really in their strength, something that they're just truly naturally gifted in. And for whatever reason, they start lowering that value because it comes so easily for them, and all of a sudden they burn out that way. The other thing that can happen is that instead of going after the things and putting a high ticket on the things that you're really good at, you can put a high ticket on the things that you suck at because you have to work really hard. Maybe you're an achiever and you're like, oh, well, no, I can't do the things that are easy for me. I can't do the things that God's gifted me in. I need to do the things that are hard. I need to do the things that are difficult, things that I'm not good at, so stuff that I need to get better at, that I'm envious of that person, that they are able to do that and I'm not, and I want to learn how to do it that way. I'm speaking from experience. I've felt these emotions before. You got to check yourself. No one's perfect. So, but keep this in mind. Progress forward, failing forward, success forward, things forward, going to the next day. Seeing that over time, right? You're not going to see it immediately, right? But over time, you'll see that. And one of the best ways to do that is to have some sort of accountability where there's people who don't know you or maybe know you very little, who you can meet with every single week, in order for you to have a better gauge and some points, data points over the course of a month or 2 months or 3 months, 90 days, a year, just that they can see your progress, just kind of from afar, and be able to get some insight there. And so I really want to invite you, if you're creative and you're an entrepreneur, or if you're somebody who wants to really become the best version of themselves. I think one of the things that we're doing with Tag Expert, and one of the things that I'm really passionate about right now, is our 30-minute calls on Mondays. I just want to make these forever free. As long as people get value from it, as long as it's something that people are going to enjoy, these calls are going to be free. So jump in on those calls, and we're just going to talk about what you did last week and what you're going to do this week, and then we get off. They're 30 minutes. It's at 3 p.m. on Mondays Pacific time. If I don't lead it, somebody else will lead it. But it doesn't really matter who leads it. It's really more about the discipline of meeting together. It doesn't matter who's in the group. Everyone's going to be at different levels. Some people are going to be just starting out. Some people are going to be like superstars. So it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that you're just connecting with people every week, and just sharing what you did last week, what you're going to do the next week. So remember, progress. You need to keep making some progress forward. And the best way to know that is through accountability. That's all I have for you today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Hey, if you guys are not from the United States, or if you're wherever you are in the United States, drop down, say hello from wherever you are. I'd like to just know who all is watching this, and who all this is reaching. To say a little bit, maybe share something about your creative. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to get to them. And just to hear from you. So love you guys, and I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing you in more videos. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.